Okay, so after some confusion, we are
Yeah.
finally in the champ select.
Jeez. All right, so we have Rammus, Jarvan, and Zed banned so far.
All right, that's I mean, we're taking Ramus is an odd pick. That must be a targeted pick to someone, because Ramus isn't one I would normally expect to see banned. We do see
Well,
Shaco.
actually, oh, go ahead.
So you
Yeah,
have Shaco,
Shaco.
Oriana, and Evelyn rounding out the band. So,
Well, I will say Rammus does have quite a high win rate in solo queue right now, so I don't know if that's part of it or not.
hmm, I've I've not seen Ramus recently, so that's kind of surprising to me.
It actually seems to be people that are like gold or higher. They seem to be kicking ass with Rammus for some reason.
Huh. First picks coming up, we see Lee Sin being picked on by Nessius, and counter jungling against Nessius will be Vi, with OC in a Lux support role.
Possibly.
Picking Vi into Lee Sin seems dangerous.
I don't know, man. Vi. It's like the guys in the Worlds we're talking about recently. It seems like everybody forgot about Vi. She is one hell of an early, bruiser type, beat you up in the jungle, steal your shit, type setup.
It seems like, to me, Vi would be very susceptible to counter jungling by Nessius, because she either has to use her abilities to escape Lee Sin, who can then just reclose the gap, or use them for jungling, which leaves her open to Lee Sin jumping in on top of her.
True.
But then again, I mean, she does have the capability of covering nearly a quarter of the map between her Q and ultimate and locking someone up for a few seconds. So we have Twitch being picked up,
Twitch.
probably as an AD carry, and Victor.
Interesting.
Hasn't been locked in yet, but that would certainly be an interesting mid lane pick.
If I remember correctly, Killer is actually pretty damn good with Victor.
Victor has his advantages. He's got really high kill potential once he hits level 6 and is able to lock someone down, have an AoE, high damage followed up by that death beam. But
Yeah, he has quite a bit of burst. Okay, so it looks like Pox is gonna pick up Fiora for Mighty Canada. That is one of his. Oh nope, I take that back.
I was
Maybe
going to say, I could see Pox
Rumble?
picking
No?
up Fiora for himself, but
That's a possibility as well.
has now bounced all the way around and has landed on Renekton. So we're going to have that lane bully presence in the top lane. Now we have Alistar being moused over, and just lots of champions being bounced around here. Eventually they'll get locked in, we'll know who they're going with, but everyone Pox has moused over has been a top laner, so I expect to see Pox in the top lane when it's all said and done.
Most likely. Could it be? No? Okay.
Still top laners.
Alright.
Alright, and finalized are
Jeez.
Renekton and Anivia. So, no, there's not going to be a cow in the mid lane. And Renekton is going to be a lane bully up in the top lane.
Interesting. I wonder who they're gonna pick to counter him. Maybe somebody like Jax.
If you're going to counter Renekton, I mean, having range would be nice, but he's got the ability to double gap close as long as he hits a target with his slicing dice.
Right. Could see.
Ooh, Jax. Jax actually would be a very good pick, just because he's the one champion who could probably sustain along with him, other than Nasus.
Right. Yeah,
So
this is going to
top
be a
lane
farm
is
fest.
going to be a
top.
farm fest. There is not going to be any action up there. It's kind of like a LCS where there's a lane where it was Zac versus Shin, and they said, "Okay, we've come up here once at 2 minutes. Oh look, they're farming. We'll be back in 20 minutes." They came back 20 minutes later. Lane has not moved. Jungles never
Yeah.
went up there. Shin never teleported down. I mean, that was the longest stall of a lane I had ever seen. See Sona picked up as support, most likely for the blue team, and Ashe being picked up for AD carry. So they're going to have stuns and lots of stuns and slows in the bot lane if Lux is going mid lane support or bot lane support.
Well, I would say that's almost a guarantee with the Nivea pick.
I would think so.
But unfortunately, I think they might be picking into a counter for Ash against. Well, no, I guess it's really a kind of an even either or with Twitch. Oh nope, I take that back. They changed.
Now they've changed over to Vayne, and so you get lots of. You're gonna have lots of burst from your AD carries, and you've got sustain from Sona and a little bit of poke, and a lot of poke from Lux, but no sustain.
Well, I will say the blue team's level 6 is quite scary compared to the level 6 for the purple team.
I think you're right. I mean, Twitch has got Spray and Pray. Sona's ultimate will lock people down. Victor's got the AoE ult. Zac has Let's Bounce. And so he's going to ignore all the stuns and slows they're going to put out.
We have a bit of a combo dive comp by both teams.
Purple team's level 6. I mean, Vayne's is kind of nice because she gets the huge AD.
Huge AD. Yeah.
And Lux would be nice since her laser's on such a low cooldown, but unless she builds AP, there's not much damage behind it. Renekton just makes him tanky. Anivia's is used more for farming than anything else.
Yeah, yeah.
And now Vi has got a good level 6.
Yeah,
So-
I could see.
I could see Vi,
dive.
Lux, and Vayne combining for a pretty nasty level 6.
Most definitely.
So champions have been locked in, and we've got a 2.5 minute delay before we get on the Rift. Which might be good, because at one point, Pox was actually watching the stream.
Oh, is he? Jeez. You cheater.
I don't know if he's still in there now or not. Oh, no, Pox is, hey, Pox is there.
You
Hey, Pox,
cheater.
go home. I was gonna say, I think I've got stream delay somewhere in my XSplit. I gotta go turn that on too. Now, luckily, the 3 minute delay actually does remove a lot of that anyway.
Oh, most
'Cause
definitely.
even if you see the placement of a ward, by the time you see it, they've had 3 minutes of use and it's only got a minute left of life. See, Anivia's taken Teleport as a summoner spell. I've seen that on mid lanes recently. It just about signals that, hey, I'm not going to try to kill you. Because you're not going to have that extra damage you typically seem to need in those mid lane fights. Outside of that, everyone seems to be taking standard summoner spells. Both junglers have Smite, both top laners have Ignite, and both AD carries have Barrier. So,
Yeah, yeah.
other than
I
that,
will say that.
Go
I
ahead.
will say that the teleport on Anivia, that is a common European setup, but usually it's when they're playing an assassin type mid like Zed or Ahri or something like that, and not really a kind of passive farmer like Anivia. So it'll be interesting. They usually use it to supplement their roaming ability.
I was going to ask if that's used for roaming reasons or if that's used for the fact that Anivia's got such a weak early game that she'll get hit down fairly low, go back to base early, and then get back into lane.
It's usually for roaming reasons. Is usually what they use it for. At least when it comes to the pro teams. I mean, that's usually what they use it for. Is
Right.
to try and get a teleport onto a ward when they're not expecting it type of setup.
Alright, so finally hitting the loading screen, which will take up the rest of that 3 minute delay.
Yeah.
Let's see, looks like blue team wins the skim battle.
Yeah.
However, I do have to give props to the Pool Party Renekton and Pool Party Lee Sin. All the Pool Party's skins are just completely, totally awesome.
Yeah, they are pretty cool. And a Bloody Regime has the best Twitch skin. Gangster Twitch is quite cool looking.
I actually
Splash
like
art
the
looks
Hextech
terrible.
Anivia. I have not seen that one before. That's pretty cool.
I actually like that one better than any of the other Anivia skins. It's like the cheapest one too, but
Huh.
it looks really cool.
Now, the one I always see is the Black Frost one, where it's the evil-looking Anivia. Alright, so looks like everyone's loaded. Nope, not quite. Biased. Oh, it's Canada. Loading from Canada. So we're going to be a little while. The Canadian toasters are not made quite the same.
He's got to charge up his hamsters. So I think this bot lane is going to be pretty pivotal.
I think you're right.
Because you have some pretty nasty poke potential from purple team, but you also have just a really powerful level 6 from blue team. So it's going to be interesting to see who hits level 6 first and if they're able to take advantage of it.
There's generally that triangle of kill lane versus sustain lane versus a poke lane.
Right, right.
And blue team definitely would be what I would consider a poke lane, which typically don't fare all that well against kill lanes, which Lux and Vayne get pretty close to. But
Yeah.
that relies on Lux landing her snares repeatedly and in positions and such that Vayne is able to then tumble and condemn someone into a wall.
And so blue team moves out quickly.
Yeah, they do get all their items up first. And
Interesting. Zach went with cloth and pots instead of the normal Doran shield pot start. That's interesting.
Renekton does do so much damage, and a lot of it's based around his Q, which Doran Shield does not protect against.
That's true. That is true.
Doesn't look like we're going to have a jungle invade by anyone. Had there been a jungle invade, I definitely would have given the advantage to the purple team just because you could have had Lux stun someone or root someone in place.
Right.
I guess you could have had Victor drop his trap, but I don't think Victor's going to start trap at level 1.
If I want your opinion, I'll beat it out of you.
Well, let's see. Yeah,
got some things going out.
Probably just no.
It may just be random pains.
Yeah, I think so. They're worried about a possible invade. Yeah, worried about a possible invade. And now they're just spamming.
Alright, so no invades going down. See both junglers taking on the blue buffs fairly quickly.
Sona throws down a ward on her red buff.
That's going to prevent Vi from ganking. Vi's not typically one I see try to counter jungle at early levels. But if that's just the Explorer ward, which it is.
Oh, we see Nasius attempting to counter jungle.
Oh, this
Possibly stealing red buff.
This could be dangerous because Lee Sin is not going to start it. He is going to wait for Vi to get there, and Vi does check. So you're going to have a 1v1 fight between Lee Sin and Vi. And Lee Sin's probably got the better of that fight.
Yeah,
definitely
that,
deals more damage. But now Anivia has joined the fight, but Vi has backed off. Now Victor's running in, flash burned by Anivia, and now Renekton's joining the fight. Ignite
so
popped.
low.
Ignite popped on Vi. And so we see Renekton is having to go back before he misses too much CS. Vi is leaving. Lee Sin's going to pick up that red buff.
Yep, looks like that's a stolen red buff for Lee Sin.
Now the ward on the blue side red buff has expired, so Vi might be able to run down a little bit, but she has a long run ahead of her to get there.
Long run. And she picks up a rejuve bead. Interesting.
Maybe trying to go... I don't know what that would build into, because she doesn't... Well, she does have mana, so she may go for a Philosopher's Stone to make up for the fact she maybe counter-jumped it hard. But that would certainly put her behind as far as her ability to gank. And instead of trying to go and take the red buff, she's just going to start farming her wolves and just be down a red buff.
Yeah, it looks like it, which is actually smart, because by the time she got down there, Lee Sin would have been down there.
And as important as having the buffs are for those early ganks, if you just let your team know those early ganks aren't going to happen, then not having the first red buff is not overly detrimental other than the level that you have.
Right.
Making up for that, though, Renekton, despite missing farm while trying to protect that red buff, has already gotten back in the lane and caught up.
Yeah, definitely beating out Zach's ability to farm. We have a lane gank coming for Lee Sin.
Alright, that's down the bot lane. He's trying to get in position. Minions are getting kind of low. I don't know they're going to be able to clear the minions fast. Sona probably just gave that away.
Yep.
We see the root comes out from Lux and then a slow. Does not detonate it to keep the slow field up, but
and Nessius
is recalling, was pinged on the recall.
Yeah.
And now
he stayed.
they pushed ahead, and now you're going to see a lot of damage. Condemn comes out, knocks Lee Sin away. The dash in onto Vayne. Barrier gets popped, but that's a wasted barrier because Lee Sin wasn't sticking around. Barrier pop, that's worthwhile.
Technically a successful gank.
Anivia was forced to recall fairly quickly as Victor threw down a couple of those death beams and dropped Anivia fairly low. She's already had to go back to base once, and he's using teleport to get back to lane. Down the bot lane, Sona has cleared out a ward. Oh, very nice combo by Anivia mid lane. Managed to land the stun, followed by the Icicle. That's a lot of damage. That was
quite a bit of damage there on Victor.
That was a long-range stun, too. At the top lane, Pox is diving it back in on Drydane. Zach. Zach's pops lets bounce to get a little bit extra damage down. But isn't even in position to pick up his blobs without taking damage at this point.
Well, the nerf on Zac certainly makes it difficult to do now, because they fly more toward the enemy than they do toward you, so it certainly makes it a little harder to sustain.
See, I had not heard of that portion. Alright, so there was a wall and a stun there in the mid lane. Lee Sin's coming in to gank Renekton. Probably got seen, but that's gonna be a kill.
Yeah.
Flash is burned.
Nope.
There's the jump.
Oh.
And flash burned. Oh! Ignite will not be enough to pick up the kill. So
good try.
That almost got turned around, but Lee Sin picked up the kill there. And that's
one more hit would have been it.
And you see down the bot lane, Lux's slow movement speeds cost her quite a bit as Twitch put down a ton of damage. You also see Purple Team dropped a pink ward in the middle of the lane to prevent Twitch from doing his sneaky stealth assassin moves.
That's actually not a bad idea. You don't see that very often, but I could certainly see that being a smart thing to do.
If that's what you're wanting to do, though, you don't want to push the lane into their turret because you're now outside of the range of your pink ward.
Huh? Yeah, I would probably put it closer to right at the mouth of the river, down a little bit toward there, like basically right where they put the question mark and stuff now.
And see,
I
Lee
think that's
Sin
probably
picked
where
up
I put
his
it.
second blue buff and was going to go take the red buff from Vi. Vi is a level behind and doesn't have the capability to stick around. He
Two
goes in and
levels
takes the
behind
major
now.
Wraith and leaves the minor ones behind.
Yeah, Vi is definitely getting
Counter jungle
her
hard.
butt handed to her. Yeah.
And combo coming out from Lee Sin, trying to land quite a bit of damage.
Oh.
Nevia's
nope.
coming.
Oh,
Flash over the wall. Ult drops. And
there
a
you
wall.
go.
And
Oh.
the stun is not quite enough. Vi goes in and
There
does
you
pick up
go.
a very
Good
nice job. And now,
Make him pay. Uh-oh.
now we have the ult
Sick.
dropped onto Anivia,
Yeah,
who will
Anivia's
pop her
dead.
egg. But
Oh,
now
come
Vi
on.
will be able to start the fight. But here comes Zac from over the wall. That's probably going to spell the end of that. And a nice wall prevents the chase onto Anivia.
Ooh, nicely
She's
done.
completely out of mana.
Oh,
And now
Renekton.
Renekton's coming in to finish up the fight. Vi
Oh,
still
Bots
doesn't have her
ult.
ultimate.
Can you get it? Oh.
And
He's
he
so
is
close.
really trying to chase down
my. Oh, the slow.
Victor, but is going to
Oh.
have to settle for the
Oh, the failed flash. No.
fail flash, and the jump got interrupted by Renekton's
Oh,
stun.
man.
A nice job,
Nice.
and they just barely killed the Bloblet in time. That almost respawned.
Yeah.
So that actually ended up really well. Very nice job drawing that fight out long enough to pick up a win there. But it's drawn the fight out long enough. Lee Sin's going to come back and steal the red buff.
Oh, no. And, yeah, that's death.
And Lee Sin steals the red buff and gets the kill on Vi.
Oh, man. Oh.
That fight drawn just a little too long, I guess. And now Anivia's trying to come around and catch Lee Sin.
Ooh, look at that damage.
Oh,
My
through
goodness.
all of that, Anivia ended up with a blue buff. I don't know if that was hers or if that's the one that was on Lee Sin earlier.
I think it might have been the one on Lee Sin earlier.
I wasn't actually paying attention to who picked up the kill. But either way, blue buff on Anivia is incredibly strong. Makes up for the
Incredibly
fact that
strong.
makes up for the fact she doesn't have Chalice yet.
Yeah. That's a big deal.
Down in the bot lane, Pink Ward has moved from middle of the lane to the front of the lane. So the Ward's
Smart
now in
idea.
position. And just trying to keep them pushed, may lose some CFs to turrets. Although right now, doing a pretty good job. And Anivia is going to try to get the kill on another nice wall.
Oh. Yeah.
And does
Good.
get it, just barely
Uh-oh.
gets it.
Uh-oh. Here
Now we have
comes-
Victor coming in. And we have the
I
stun.
saw him. Oh my goodness, he does so much
Oh,
damage.
and and that stun stopped her from walking into the death beam. And so Anivia
Now
actually
we have-
teleports out instead of recalling.
Interesting. Wow.
Teleport does have a slightly shorter cast time, so I guess that was the consideration there. But now I have Vi in mid lane. Is finally level 6, so does have her ultimate available.
Still
And,
a little behind Nestle or Lee Sin though.
Down in the bot lane, Vayne has recalled and is going to be coming back with a Bilgewater Cutlass. Twitch has 2,400 gold. Needs another 1,000 gold or so to come back with a fully completed Bloodthirsters. 600 gold to come back with a fully completed Blade of the King, I think.
Yeah, it's 3,000.
Is it 3,000 exactly for Blade of the King? I think that's right.
I think so. Yeah.
Now, that's one thing you can't do in spectating mode. You cannot open the store. Now we see Lee Sin
Uh-oh.
gets pinged off, and there Lee Sin's jumping onto Vi. Vi fails to go over the wall, and Lee Sin does go over the wall. You couldn't have done that if you tried.
Holy shit!
I don't even know how Lee Sin got over the wall. But he did.
Oh.
Lots of damage going down onto Twitch.
Force the barrier on Twitch.
Yeah, that's going to have to be a highlight. Vi acts like she's going to jump over the wall. I think Lee Sin tries to Q to her, and the cube placement actually puts him over the wall.
Carried him over the wall. That's crazy. So Twitch finally goes back, and instead of getting a fully... Instead of getting this... Whoa, he's actually going to either go...
He's either going Infinity Edge, or he's going Bloodthirster. Both
Possibly
of which are good
Bloodthirster.
items. But does pick up the Berserker Greaves. So that get... he has...
That's a big increase in damage coming from him.
Oh, that's a nice... Oh, that's very nice. Waits until the root finishes.
Still didn't get the kill.
And still
though.
doesn't get the kill of Doomburn Flash. Victor gets dropped to under 100 health.
Woo.
So, Purple Team doing a very good job pressing these fights when they have the advantage. Renekton's top lane.
Every lane is winning in CS as well.
So, despite the fact that Lee Sin did a very credible job disrupting Vi's jungling, Vi's not that far behind. She's behind a level, I guess, and probably 500 gold. Yeah, about 700 gold.
No,
But
yeah.
the rest of the team lanes have decidedly picked up the slack. Purple Team actually is carrying 1,000 gold lead.
Yeah. And only what, 450 of that would be a kill?
Yeah, 450. That's a kill. The first blood bonus and probably a kill.
Yeah.
So.
Interesting.
Vayne is dealing enough damage, and that's a nice tumble auto condemn to get one attack in, even though you ended up with poison stacks on you. The condemn pushes Twitch out of range, so he can't pop his whatever that expunge, whatever that explosion's called.
Yeah.
So that prevents a lot of damage, but now you have Lee Sin, who looks like he's going to be coming from behind.
Oh,
But Vi is going to get caught instead. And Vi fails to get over the wall that time. Now Flash is over the wall. And we'll get safety. Now Anivia is coming down, so it's still going to be a 3v3 fight.
Oh my.
And lots of pings coming out. Victor's coming down from behind. Vi gets caught. Vi's going to die to Victor.
Yep.
Crescendo comes out and stops the chase. And ultimate from Victor is going to put down a fair chunk of damage. And a death beam catches both of them.
Ouch.
Now you have Lux trying to fight an ADC, but Expunge is so much damage. And Lee Sin is desperately trying to get there. Misses the Q just a little bit. And now Renekton's going to finish it up. Doesn't finish isn't able to finish it up. But Victor doesn't. Victor was waiting to kill Renekton, and then Victor realized, oh, man, I have to have that. But through all that, Zac has managed to push his lane and was about to take a tower.
Well, that's the one thing about Zac, is he is absolutely terrible at pushing turrets. He does it so daggone slow.
Well, he doesn't have any abilities that help. And now he's getting cut out.
He's in trouble.
And Renekton's going to catch up. That's Slice. Slingshot's out of the way, and that's going to save the turret. Downside is Vi did use her ultimate there, and that's going to be on cooldown for another 100 seconds or so.
So we have an Anivia waiting in the bush. Unfortunately, they apparently see her.
I don't know if they see her or if they just suspected she was there. Because the poison does not reveal. Oh, Vi is actually getting her own red buff.
Oh.
It may have taken 17 minutes, but she finally has her red buff. Man, Twitch and Sona were just letting Vi continuously pound on that turret. Weren't really trying to kill the minions quickly enough, or focus damage on Devane. They were still just last hitting. When you get in a position like that, you've got to take out the minions so the turret changes the focus to the champions. Oh, nice wall, but it does result in her getting a shot from the death ray from Victor.
Pretty even trade there.
Yeah.
Definitely more mana from Anivia than Victor.
Oh,
in that.
nice
Ooh,
condemn
what
into a
condemn.
wall, and half the damage go down.
Oh, no.
And the laser misses. Aim down the small angle
Ah.
instead of the large one.
But he was invisible, so
And those pink wards have expired. And Lee
Yeah.
Sin is now in the area, so... And the ping comes out, warning for Lee Sin coming the other direction. Very-
and now he sees him. Does he actually react? Yes, he does react. Oh, here comes a counter gank.
Oh, and the stun does this. What a counter gank. I mean, it doesn't pick up a kill or anything, but that's free damage.
Most definitely. Unfortunately, Anivia was too low to be able to help in the fight.
So, I mean, that took Lee Sin down to
Oh.
half health, and he's...
Oh!
Oh, where is O?
Ooh, so close. Lux just barely missed with her stun, but landed her E, the orb, and
the singularity, okay. And almost
yeah,
got the kill in the bot lane.
and the Bloody Regime was incredibly low, but he was too far underneath the turret for Vayne to do anything about it.
Now Victor's down here. That's going to be a trap that almost catches. Oh, and just barely walks out of it in time.
Team's turret has been
But
destroyed.
they do pick
Right.
up turret, so first turret of the game goes down in the bot lane. Vayne picking up the global golden experience for her team. Anivia's going to try to sneak up behind Lee Sin, who is busy fighting Vi.
Uh-oh, here it comes. Oh,
There's the wall,
Beautiful wall.
and Lee
Oh.
Sin makes two
The-
huge dives to avoid the stun. And
But the ice spear.
the ice spear is what picks up the kill. Nice job by Anivia. It is just enough damage getting people shield using that ultimate so you can land the ice spear for extra damage.
Yeah.
And a
Ooh, the
nice
stun.
stun and another ice spear drops Victor down incredibly low. I'm waiting to see Anivia pick up turn that Haunting Guise into Leandri's for the massive damage boost she'll get. That 4% max health burn every time she casts a spell.
Oh,
Now
no.
Anivia's in trouble as Twitch is coming up behind her.
But they do have a ward, though he hasn't walked into it yet.
That's a blue
Oh.
ward.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
So Twitch backs off though.
Interesting.
I don't know if that's respect for how much damage Anivia can do or what, but Twitch backs off and goes back to the bot lane. Taking a look at items built, Vayne has finished her Blade of the Ruined King, so it's in prime dueling fashion. Twitch has stopped completing whatever the BF Sword was going to become, and has built Zeal for the attack speed. Just trying to get the 6 stacks of poison out as quickly as possible at this point.
Yeah, that's not a bad way to go. As you and I had the long form conversation about completing, what with Vayne before level 6. So
Right. And I understand the point behind Blade of the Ruined King. Because it is an awesome dueling item. If you're 1v1,
Most definitely.
Blade of the Ruined King gives you that burst you need in 3 seconds. Absolutely.
yeah.
But as far as pushing turrets and whatnot, Bloodthirster is just so much better because you actually get real AD.
Most definitely.
And we have Renekton chair bounce. That's only fun, Pox, if you have multiple people doing it.
So we have purple team pushing this bottom lane even more.
Yeah, and Anivia's teleporting back to mid lane to prevent Victor from taking the turret. And just obliterates a minion wave. Pops says like, oh, I've teleported in, and the minions are dead. So, Victor has to go back and start pushing all over again as Vayne and Lux continue pushing down in the bot lane. Lee Sin's coming down to help. And we'll step onto a ward. Oh, no. Ward hops over the wall instead, but a nice stun
Good job.
is just long enough to keep Lee Sin from doing his jump to a target.
Oh,
Because the jump itself does not actually have a range.
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous.
If you've landed the Q, and right before someone teleports, and then they teleport halfway across the map, your Q will follow them.
Oh, do we have lag?
I don't think so.
Yeah, there's lag.
I'm not
Or
seeing.
unlagging.
I'm not seeing lag on my end.
Interesting.
I've got a 4-man fight down in bot lane as Vayne and Anivia and Vi are getting ready to attempt to hold the turret against Victor, Lee Sin, Twitch, and Sona. Twitch shuts down Anivia, and Victor ult is out, throwing down a lot of damage. But not going to be able to pick up the turret as Vayne continues to build the minion wave.
Oh, for some reason I appear to be stuck, so I'm gonna have to quit out and spectate it again. That sucks.
Purple team is finally gotten around now to taking the dragon. Lee Sin and Sona nearby. Lee Sin picks up the dragon and then ward hops back over the wall to Sona and is able to steal the dragon for free. Nice play by Lee Sin, and good job calling Sona over to have a target to jump back to with the shield's safeguard. So extra gold, that's going to almost even out the gold totals, and now only 1,000 gold difference between the two teams. Purple's still up that 1,000 gold thanks to their massive CS lead, particularly at the top and mid lanes.
Alright, there we go, I'm back. That was weird. I'm gonna go back and look at that dragon again. Oh, so Vi was there. She just didn't smite it.
Yeah, Vi had smite available, but the Q from Lee Sin actually does more damage than the smite. So it may not have even been in smite distance yet.
Interesting.
It's kind of like having Cho'Gath, who can eat the dragon or something, and it does more damage than Smite, or Nunu, who does more damage than Smite.
Yeah.
Nice job dodging the stun from Anivia by Lee Sin in the top lane. And Vi is forced back up, but you're not going to have a 3-man push in the top lane, it looks like. Although Vi is leaving, or trying to loop around, as Victor and Lisa. Alright, so yeah, still gonna keep the 3-man fight here.
Looks like Zac is leaving.
Yeah, Zac is leaving, but Sona is coming up to replace him, and looks to be trying to get in position for a flash crescendo into the bush. Nice death beam is going to land quite a bit of damage. Minions are gone, and Eevee takes quite a few turret shots there. And it looks like that push is going to stall out as everyone falls back. We still have Lux down farming in the... Oh no, Vayne's there too, okay. I was going to say, Lux is farming in the bot lane, where Vayne normally would be. And you see Victor heading back to mid lane, Renekton and Zac are back in the top lane, and the farm fest continues.
Speaking of that though, Renekton is quite far ahead in that farm fest. 191 to 138.
Yeah, it's picked up 60 CS, almost has 50% farm advantage. That's quite a big gold. Just take a look at total gold. Renekton's up 1,300 gold, so that's a very significant advantage. Although Zac already having a Randuin's Omen.
Randuin's, yeah. That's pretty significant.
I was thinking
too.
Randuin's Hurricane, and it's like no, that makes absolutely 0 sense on Zac.
Oh, here comes Lee Sin.
Lee Sin's coming back down the bot lane.
Oh, but
teleport
we have
in from
Anivia, or a stinky teleport, yeah.
Onto a late arriving minion. And it looks like
Oh,
Vayne
oh.
wants to maybe try and pin Lee Sin against the wall.
Mm.
And another extra wall comes up and almost prevents Lee Sin from ward hopping. But it's not quite enough to pick up the kill there.
Oh, we have Victor coming around the back. Oh,
Vi jumps over and just barely misses.
good try.
Still probably wouldn't have tried to keep following that up, but Vayne picking up more farm. Vi trying to hide out in the bush. And Poison dropping all over. I apologize for the jerky camera work here.
Ooh. Victor's
Neither
close to
side
dying.
is able to get a good, clean fight going. The one team that has really strong, I mean, blue team has the stronger initiation by far.
Most
But
definitely,
it
but it
requires,
doesn't seem like they're...
It requires a Sona flash crescendo or a Lee Sin insect play where he accuses someone, ward hops behind them, and kicks them back into the team. Both of which are not necessarily the easiest things to pull off.
Most definitely not.
Oh, and it's going to be incredibly low,
Oh.
and the cube does pick up Lux. So, down to support, they may try to make a push for this turret, but Anivia is there just to clear out all the minions. Anivia, Anivia is now recalling to base. Anivia does not have teleport available either, but blue team has backed off.
Dispersed. Yeah.
So that would have been the opportunity for them to make a 4-man push on a 2-man fight, but instead we're splitting back up into lanes. As Anivia and Vi go to defend the mid turret.
And then
And Lee Sin continues
possibly
walking on.
fighting over... Yeah.
Now
Looks like they're
Renekton is trying to come around. Oh, it's going to be a 3-man collapse onto Lee Sin here. That is a lot of damage. There goes a ward hop over the wall. And Vi hops over the wall. So does Renekton.
Nicely
Lee Sin
done
has
by
no
Vi.
escape from that.
Nicely done.
Very nice ult by Vi. Getting a little bit of retribution for all the pain she went through at the beginning of the game.
That, my friends, is going into the enemy jungle without vision.
Yes. And I think I was going to say they have vision, but no, that ward was the one placed down as he tried to escape, and that's in the Baron pit. So that doesn't count.
They are definitely lacking in vision compared to purple team.
Both,
we have
Sona has built a Ruby Sightstone, but all of that vision is dedicated to the bot lane. So, no extra vision across the way. Purple team picks up another turret. Nice job turning that kill into another objective.
objective. Yes, definitely.
That's something all players can... I mean, even if you watch LCS, it's like, oh, I'll never be as good as these pro players. Oh, okay, fine. Probably not, because you've got maybe 50 pro players in the world. But that doesn't mean you can't learn from them. And the big thing to learn is how to turn those kills into objectives. Watch some of Cloud9's early matches during the summer split, and you just see, okay, well, they've made a kill. A turret falls in under 30 seconds, guaranteed.
Yeah, that's
there's a fail flash. I don't know what that flash was. That's a 5-minute cooldown.
Oh man. I bet that's a fat pump thumbing the B instead of the F instead of the B.
Yeah, that's got to be what that is. And Anivia is going to be able to take out the pink ward that's on the place. So that works out well. Twitch finally is able to make the push in and takes down that bot lane turret. So now it's a 1 turret to 3. Gold lead still just under 1,000 gold. So no, there is nothing splitting here. Now we have a teleport coming in from Anivia right as the turret's almost destroyed. And it took a lot longer, I think, than Renekton had planned for it to, because he took a lot more damage than he probably should have. And Anivia is not able to follow that up with a kill like I think the plan had been.
Yeah,
now you have a
unfortunately,
3-man push in the mid lane,
teleport.
and Vi is running for her life. So teleports down. Lux and Vayne trying to come in and hold there. No ability to escape from that. Oh, long ultimate from Vi. And a Crescendo comes out, picks up 2 members. But Vi is able to Q out of that. Oh, and Twitch gets caught by a wall. It does manage to flash away for taking too much damage. And now we are about to have the first 5v5 fight of the game. Except Vi is not with them. But we're getting into that position where it looks like everyone's posturing for a 5v5 fight.
Not entirely sure what Vi is doing. What exactly are you doing, Vi?
She's going for race.
Okay. She is quite low though, so...
May just be trying to get a little bit extra gold, because she is still, yeah, she's still a little bit behind. Nice wall, forcing a long walk around for the team. And Nivea drops her ultimate and manages to discourage anyone from chasing. And then Nivea is running around the red side jungle, or blue side jungle, while they chase everyone else. Lee Sin catches Lux out, and that's a dead Lux.
And now they see Anivia.
No, and that's going to be a dead Anivia. Nicely dodged Q. And she's just decided she's going to do something to try and pick up a kill.
She's dead.
But Lee Sin flashes behind her and kicks her into the rest of the team. And that's going to cause Anivia to die. And blue team's going to pick up the dragon here. And that will bring the gold to right around even.
Very close to being even. About 200 difference. 300 difference.
Oh, a turret was destroyed at the same time, though. The unexpected turret means that our blue team finally has the lead by all of 600 gold.
So the CS is starting to not matter.
Well, the CS is what's keeping it even at this point, because blue team is ahead 3 kills.
Yeah, yeah. You also have the purple team with 2 extra turrets.
Purple team does have 2 extra turrets, so yeah, the CS isn't mattering quite as much. But you look at where the gold is, and I mean, Renekton is 2,000 some odd gold ahead of Zac. Anivia is 2,000 gold ahead of Victor. Vayne and Twitch are within 1,000 gold of each other. Sona is 2,000 gold ahead of Lux, courtesy of 5 assists.
Yes. 5 assists compared to 0 assists.
Also, no Philo Stone on Lux. No gold generation.
Yeah.
Purple team's turret has been destroyed.
I would highly recommend in the future, if you're going to play Lux support, and for some reason you're not going Philo Stone for the mana regeneration, get Cage's Lucky Pick. It gives you AP and gold generation.
Yeah. I always go both, truthfully, with pretty much every support. Well, mainly because pretty much every support you play is AP based. But also
have a huge jump going in. Vi's going to drop underneath the top turret. Nice try. I mean, she stalled it out for a while using her ultimate, but Zac was the one taking the turret shots.
Tanky Zac. Oh.
And nice root is going. Oh, the Condemn does not fall into a wall. Exhaust gets landed, though. That might be all the time needed. And another root and a stun coming in. And there's the pop of the Boblet, so the passive will be down. As someone finishes up the kill. Pox gets the gold. Probably better to give that gold to Vayne, truthfully. But we have a new... Oh, Lee Sin is trying to commit suicide. And is successful.
That is so lame.
But, because Lee Sin is dead and there's no smite or crazy-ass Q jump, Purple Team's taking the Baron. Or at least attempting to.
As they absolutely should.
The downside is you now have Victor coming in who can drop his ultimate into the middle of the hole. And that wall may prevent it. And Baron, let's see what Baron is. Blue team gets the Baron.
Goodness,
Victor steals the Baron with, I'm assuming, Death Ray.
Oh my.
So that is 2 major objectives stolen by the blue team. And they only lose... Though they don't lose anyone in the exchange either. So all 3 members who are alive keep their Baron buff. Well, that was certainly unexpected. Let's go back and take a real quick look at that. See exactly how did Victor steal that Baron. And one more click. Alright, so we have the wall dropped by Anivia. It gets fairly low, slowing down just a little bit. We see Victor flashes over the wall. The ultimate did it. I think the ultimate stole Baron. As Victor drops his ultimate and scatters the team, it deals enough damage to pick up the Baron kill.
Yeah, I think there was a mistimed smite by Vi on it.
Yeah, it didn't get used again because she immediately used it on the red buff as they left the Baron pit.
My goodness.
So, well, that certainly turns this around, and now blue team's got a 4,000 gold lead.
Yeah, and purple is posturing like they're in the lead when they're clearly not.
Wards have come out for the blue team, so vision is being restored. And there's still a fair number of wards out for the purple team as well, so I mean, vision across the map overall is fairly high.
Oh no. That was a bad timed ult there by Vi for basically no reason.
Oh, I'm still a few seconds behind live. Let's fix that. So I missed the ult, but there goes the stun on the Lee Sin, and double flashes by Lee Sin and Anivia prevents Anivia from being pushed back into the position. Victor picks up the kill on Devi. Vayne is going to chase down Lee Sin, and gets caught by Crescendo and gets exploded.
Oh my.
And Anivia is running for her life. And
Chase.
Twitch walked right by her twice.
And
but
now
Zach is trying to pick up the kill.
Oh, the stun.
Okay. There is absolutely no way in the world Anivia gets away from this.
Nope. Wow.
I was going to say, there is no way Anivia should get away from this. And eventually Sona and Zach combine, and Twitch comes in at the last minute to help finish off that kill. But very nice running by Anivia.
And
see
once
Victor
again,
clearing out minion waves, is going to put some damage down on that mid lane turret. Lux is the last person standing. Vi's just respawned. Does manage to land the stun, but is now in a really dangerous position as Twitch almost was able to jump on her.
And blue team just has map control all over the place.
Yeah, and we see now those when we talked earlier about the level 6 abilities of the blue team being so much stronger. What that really means is in team fights, the ultimates are just so much stronger for the rest of the game. And we've seen that. I mean, Lee Sin, technically his ultimate's picked up a couple of kills.
Yeah.
Victor's used his ultimate to secure a Baron, and
Sona has secured.
And so many wards at this point. And Sona has bought wards on top of her Ruby Sightstone, so most of those are probably hers.
Yeah. Maybe one, maybe 2 of them are Lee Sin.
I was going to say some of them are Lee Sin's ward hop wards, but having all those wards across the map, I mean, Lee Sin can literally ward hop across the map at this point.
Definitely in control when it comes to vision.
And that vision, I think, is going to result in them picking up some kills here in the mid lane. Anivia's trying to push. Vi's not in the picture, so they know they've got a 5v3 at worst in mid lane.
Oh! Lux catching Twitch. Invisible with their stun. Or the root, I mean.
See, Anivia's still able to wave clear better than anyone,
good.
better than anyone on the
So
blue
well.
team. And so because of that, I mean, it's so hard to siege Anivia's team because you're never going to get a free pass on the tower with minions there. You've got to tower dive with people.
Or kill Anivia.
Or kill Anivia, which is what appears to be going on right now, as Vi and Anivia run for their life as a 4-man rush, and Anivia drops a wall. But
And there
Expunge
goes
picks
Anivia.
up the kill, so no egg available this time. And a 4-man push is probably going to take this bot turret. And Zach's waiting in the wings. Looks like they're waiting for a minion wave. Yeah, it's going to give Renekton a little time to push out mid. Vayne and Vi have joined Deluxe, so it's going to be a 5v3 fight. Renekton is split pushing, and huge amounts of damage, just tearing apart. Even the tanky Vi gets taken apart. And now you have a 4-man push into the base. Anivia doesn't respawn for 20 seconds. Renekton is trying to base race 4 people. Renekton just doesn't do that. So there's an inhibitor, there's a turret. We've got another 12 seconds before Anivia comes up. And even then, she runs in, she'll die to the 4-man fight. So,
Yep,
Nexus
like
is available. This looks like it's going to be game. Anivia respawns, and the Nexus explodes. So that's going to finish off this first game. Blue team really coming from behind and picking up the win in 44 minutes. That was a well-played game on both sides.
Definitely.
Alright, so just taking a look kind of towards the end of that, I think what we saw there was that our prediction of the level 6, the ultimates of the blue team, really synergizing well together, whereas the ones on the purple side, while fairly strong individually, just never really panned out, I don't think. Anivia's worked really well for clearing the minions under the siege to prevent sieges, but once the blue team got together and decided, hey, we're going to focus on Anivia and prevent that, there wasn't much that I don't think could be done. The crowd control just really wasn't there. Although, very nice job by Flux, landing several very awesome ice balls followed by spears, some awesome wall control. That is one of the better Anivias I've seen in a long time.
Definitely. Very, very well played by Anivia. Unfortunately, bottom lane just got wrecked.
Look in chat, they've got some people in here wanting to see the commentary afterwards, saved from deletion. Alright, so that's going to finish up the first game. I don't know if we're going to get a second game going or not.
No, I don't know either.
Trying to find out if a round 2 is going to happen. If not, then let's see, might be a best of 3. So it looks like there is going to be a second game, so we're going to take a short break here. I'm going to step away for just a moment, get some music running in the background. We'll be back and hopefully get game 2 underway if this does turn out to be a best of 3. This is Super Saturdays for NTGL. If anyone's interested in getting in on Super Saturdays, come join us on the NTGL forums. There's a link at the bottom of the stream. Go click on it. Come say hi to everyone. We have this on Saturdays, and we also have Newbie Tuesday on Tuesdays. That's for all of you new players who may be watching this and thinking, "Oh, this is pretty cool, but I'm not that good." We'll get you that good. Show up on Tuesdays. We'll get you in some games, give you some analysis. We have some people who act as coaches, and just generally help out your League of Legends game. That's Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Central. That's 8 p.m. Eastern and 5 p.m. Pacific. If you live outside the United States, good morning, good afternoon, good night. I don't know your time zones well enough to do it off the top of my head. But Google is your friend and will tell you the answer. We'll be back in about 2 minutes.
Yo. What did you guys send me a game invite for?
I figured we'd do a best of 3.
Oh, we're doing another one?
Sure.
I really think I need a break.
Okay, that's cool. No
I
problem.
got this head cold.
Oh man, I hear you. I had that shit last week. It's terrible.
The good thing is, I started feeling crappy on Friday, so I got Saturday and Sunday to try.
Invited to something?
Yeah, I think he's.
Because I tried to accept, but it said did not exist.
Wait, who's the game master now? Is it still Morse? Oh, Pox.
Hey guys, are y'all getting a second game set up?
Yes, but Morse made himself. Or, oh no, Pox was the leader.
Just some.
I'm confused. Morse, like, invited 4 people, and then he became a spectator, so he gave Pox leadership, and Pox didn't know. So
Okay.
we're just waiting on invites.
Alright, if y'all make sure I get an invite, that'd be great.
Yeah.
No problem.
Thank you guys.
Thank you for commentating.
Disgusting. Okay.
Alright. Game 2 is now underway.
We have a vein banned by the blue team, targeted directly.
I saw someone say City Skyline is a great van, and immediately Van gets banned.
And we have Evelyn, Zed again, both same bans as last game.
Yeah, I feel like they are just really trying to keep Nessius out of these annoying invisibility champions. Or whoever their jungler is. I'm assuming it's going to be Nessius again.
Probably. Well, we'll see. I wonder what happens if they ban Lee Sin.
Let's see.
Blue team
So
taking their time on the third one.
Orianna gets
Orianna
banned
again?
again. Okay, so that's fairly similar to the bans from last time. And one final ban coming out from the purple team.
I would be highly surprised if it's not Lee Sin.
And if they don't pick Lee Sin, or if they pick Lee Sin, I guess that probably forces Nessius into. Let's see. I know he likes the mobility.
Ooh,
Oh, they're
Twitch
banning
again.
Twitch. So
Interesting.
banning out both ADCs from the last game. Also, something I think I would like to see when we do this in the future is that after game 1, we swap sides, so that the purple team gets to be on the blue team, and the blue
Damn,
team's
I
stuck
forgot
on the
to-
purple team. But that didn't
I
happen
forgot
this
to have
time.
them do that. I forgot to have them do that. Shit.
Oh well. If there's a third game, we can do it there.
Yeah.
Looks like Nessius is picking up Rammus. Rammus Speedball requires you to have some very interesting ward placements so that you have enough warning to get out of the way before he gets there.
Yeah. Ooh, could we see...
Oh, are we going to have a Blitzcrank?
Oh. Oh, Pox is going to go... Nope.
No.
Oh.
Last second switch. Going to have Sick Flux on Lee Sin and Rumble coming out in the top lane for Pox. And we're bouncing back and forth between Varus and Tristiana. Two incredibly different playstyles of ADC. surprising to have someone who likes both of them, since they play so differently from one another. And you've got Riven. The Riven Rumble matchup is actually a very interesting matchup if that's what we end up with, because Riven has incredibly strong damage, particularly level 1, with the triple proc on her passive Q. But anytime Riven goes in for damage, Pox just pops his flamethrower and returns probably half the damage without having to auto-attack.
Yeah, that's going to be quite interesting to see what happens with that lane. Could possibly see Riven mid.
Is that a thing?
Which Chinese team was it? Or was it a Korean team? There was actually just a game earlier today where there was a Riven mid.
Yeah, I am so far behind on Worlds because I don't ever get the chance to just watch it on my own.
Yeah, I don't either. I end up watching it the day after.
Six Fox just messaged me and says Factor played Riven mid twice, dominated NA solo queue and challenger with 10 plus Riven wins in a row.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay,
so,
then.
Yeah. A Riven mid is definitely a thing, but it takes some skill to pull off, and I don't think we're gonna have that. It looks like we're gonna have Rise mid.
Yeah. Faker from SKT T1. Okay.
Yeah, Faker. That's who it was.
Okay.
Supposedly the best mid in the world, apparently. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't get to watch. I don't get to watch Worlds or LCS except when I'm at work. My work consists of I go to work. I am there. I have to pay attention, or at least be there to pay attention if something goes wrong. But 7 of the 8 hours, nothing's happening. So
awesome.
LCS. It was like back when it was Summer Split. I'd watch an entire day worth of Summer Split in a single shift.
Awesome.
So I get to see a lot of it, but I haven't gotten to see hardly any of the World's Championship, and I'm kind of sad about it because I've heard there's been some really strong games.
There's been some interesting stuff. I personally hadn't had a chance to watch. I basically haven't got a chance to watch any of OGN and none of the Chinese teams at all. So it's been awesome to see them play. Because, especially with Faker and things like that, you see, like, highlight videos of him doing just crazy shit with, like, Zed. But it's interesting to see him play other stuff. And see him do just how mechanically superior he is to just every other mid player. It's ridiculous.
Well, going back and looking at our game, which is not on the World Championship stage. We finish out the team picks. We have blue team taking Rammus jungle, Riven most likely top, Varus ADC, Sona support, and Ryze mid. Purple team's got Lee Sin, Rumble, Lux, Vi, and Graves. So they're going to have Lux in a support role again. Vi's back in the jungle. This time we're going to have Rumble top, and I guess that's a Lee Sin mid? Or is that going to be a Rumble mid, Lee Sin top?
Oh. Interesting. Could be a Rumble mid. That's a possibility. Lee
Sin and Rumble have the capability of going just about wherever they darn well please.
Yeah.
I have not seen Rumble jungle yet, which is very sad because you've got to have the joke Rumble in the jungle. I don't know how Rumble gets off not being a jungle champion, but
what's funny is Pox will most likely use that skin as well. That's the skin he always uses when he plays Rumble as well. So,
but I mean, both are capable mid laners. Both are capable top laners. Both can actually play support. I've seen Lee Sin support. It just becomes a kill lane, and Rumble support's actually fairly nice since he has the double harpoon slows.
Yeah.
I mean, you do have to worry about CS dealing with flamethrower if you ever use it, I guess, but typically you do that with a non-traditional AD carry anyway, so you're not quite so worried about sparing the gold quite so much. But, so yeah, they can go just about anywhere they want. Taking a look, Ryze has gone Flash Ghost with Summoner spells, making sure he's not getting caught out But that really does reduce his ability to pick up a kill before level 6.
Definitely.
Now that I've said that, Drydane's probably go off on a killing spree and have 3 kills by level 6. But traditionally, that prevents Rise from getting kills before level 6.
It's interesting that we have City taking Graves, which is a clear counter to Varus, but the Graves plus Lux combo doesn't exactly lend itself well to diving in, which is what Graves is all about. So I'm interested to see what happens with that.
Again, it's one of those situations. If Lux can land her stuns, it works
Yeah.
almost like having a Leona.
Most
But
definitely, yeah.
you don't get the armor benefits, you don't get a second stun, you get a little bit of extra damage. Although the shield from Lux actually works well, and thank goodness that is the pool party Graves. But the shield from Lux, I mean, does give Graves more diving ability, because the shield procs both going in and coming back, so...
Yeah, definitely. So that definitely does work well together as well. And then level 6, you have some serious burst potential between the both of them. So that could be interesting.
Yeah. I'd still
I'm
like
interested to see
to
who goes
see
mid.
Lux pick up Cage's Lucky Pick or Philo Stone, but something to generate a little bit extra gold.
I agree. Hopefully someone told OC Cat that's what she should do. Hopefully.
Let's see, we've only got 3 ignites on the map, 2 on the purple side, 1 on the red, 1 on the blue. Other summoner spells, fairly common. You've got Exhaust and Barrier on both bot lanes, and Smite in both jungles. So, this, I guess Rise does have Ghost instead of Ignite, and that's the odd exception, but that's kind of like how Anivia had Teleport last time. It's just a little bit off the wall, but certainly not bad.
Certainly not. Though Ghost on him is pretty weird. Usually it's either Ghost or Flash. It's not both together. And pretty much the only ones that'll do Ghost and Flash together is someone like maybe Gnosis or possibly Vladimir.
I was going to say, I've seen it on Vlad because
Yeah.
he can Ghost and then pull and get away.
Yeah. And then immediately flash out of the pool. I've seen some pretty epic escapes that way. So let's see. It looks like it's going to be Rumble against Riven top, just because Rumble took the shield.
And that is the item to take against Riven. As strong as cloth
The
armor
Summoner's
is,
Rift.
so much of the damage Riven does comes off of her auto attacks. Having that shield definitely gives you more protection.
Definitely, yeah. I think that's what we're looking at. I think we're looking at Rumble top, Lee Sin mid.
And looks like we're going to be making an invade on the red. Oh, and Varus gets caught a fair chunk of damage already down. That took out a third of his health. And a ward goes into the red buff. And they do not destroy it. They both auto-attacked it once, but not able to get that third hit.
Oh, and Sona pinks it to get rid of it.
Well, you've forced a pink early, so that's a gold advantage.
Technically, yeah. Interesting.
And Varus did start with the Doran's Blade, so he'll probably heal up fairly quickly once he gets into lane. But he is down still,
Minions have spawned.
roughly 100 health.
And Sona with the first CS. With the ward kill.
And we see Graves is practicing his diving abilities into the waters of not the river. That's going to be a very painful landing. Lots of damage on that blue buff for the purple team. So they're going to pick that up fairly quickly. And Nancy's taking quite a bit of damage on Rammus. It looks like Riven is going mid to go against Lee Sin.
Switch.
So that I don't know if that's a switch or plan, but Lee Sin certainly did not have the item start for it. And here comes the Ignite, which will not be enough to get the kill, but...
Lee Sin was going to go back in and pop his Ignite on her. Interesting.
And it still looks like he's trying to get in position to do it, and they both start burning potions.
Uh-oh.
Now you have Rammus.
So Rammus thought about trying to get the... Did he not get his...
I don't think he hit. I don't think he hit.
Oh no, he did. He didn't take his taunt. Wow, interesting.
Well, you don't normally expect to need it at level 2, I don't think.
Wow. I think... Personally, I think I would have... Well, I guess, yeah, you don't take it until level 3.
He was originally planning to go up to the red buff and wanted the defensive curl to steal from Vi. And we have Graves disconnect and reconnect.
Oh, that terrible, terrible Internet of Cities. So we have a gank incoming from Rammus.
Yep, Rammus is coming in and does have taunt now. So this is going to be dangerous. No vision coming. And
Graves is dead.
Yeah, Graves is dead. No last second. Oh, flash away. And the shield from Lux and Barrier is just enough to save Graves' life.
Whew.
Graves gets out with under 100 health. And now we have Rammus diving in hard onto Rise and drops Rise low, and Rise is almost out of mana. And a very nice jump safeguard from Lee Sin in the mid lane to avoid the stun from Riven. That's some very quick reflexes.
Man, this mid is going to be...
and there's Ignite. Ignite's not going to pick up the kill, though. Riven's got too much health.
Yeah, she has too much health, unfortunately.
Yeah, at early levels, it's... the general rule of thumb is... even though Ignite damage stacks over levels, the general rule of thumb is before level 6, you count on Ignite doing 100 damage. Post level 6, it's 200.
Yeah, pretty much with the health bar, you want it to be that last little notch before you think about using it. Otherwise, it's not going to
If you're using it for the kill. If you're using it to reduce healing potential, that's different. But. Graves has not returned yet, so Graves may have DC'd again.
Oh, no. That's unfortunate.
And Lux is not the best of 1v2 champions. If that remains, we may see Lee Sin swap down with Lux and send Lux mid. Oh no, here comes Graves. Graves is back now. May have just been waiting on an item. Well, now he just picked up potions. And now we have Rumble trying to gank Rammus, and a nice flash delays the landing. Here comes Vi to counter gank. As Rumble gets away with 300 health. Vi trying to dip the armor of Rammus, but isn't getting too far. But now, now Rumble's rejoined the fight, and Rammus can't really defend against both of them. Rai is being forced to recall because he's down to 100 health and no mana. See, the downside is Graves has DC'd often enough. Current CS 33 to 4.
Yeah, and he just now popped level 2.
So this bot lane is going to be incredibly tough. Vi's going to have to come down and
not getting any attention from Vi so far, which is unfortunate.
Well, that may be... there was a... I don't know what put damage onto Riven, but it was enough to make Lee Sin jump in.
Wow.
It almost looks like a turret shot onto Riven.
I'm not sure what happened there. Let me see if I can...
that was just Q. That was double Q that did that much damage. That was a lot of damage. That's because Lee Sin is maxing his Q first despite being in lane.
Yeah, and Riven made the mistake of sticking around with only, 400 health or so? No, less than 300 health.
Yeah, so that was very dangerous, and Lee Sin was able to pick up a kill there in mid-lane.
He landed one Q, and then it looks like he came back and landed another one as Riven, yes, he double Q'd. Wow, well done.
That is incredible. Now they're going back at it again. Riven trying to apply some damage, but Lee Sin's just gonna outdamage her because where Lee Sin has that percent missing health damage or percent missing health damage on his on the second proc of his Q, Riven's just not able to trade as well. Riven's
Yeah, it definitely
Riven
hurts a
has
lot.
to max up that shield. She's got 2 points in her Q and 2 points in her E. Against Lee Sin, I'd probably max E. It reduces your kill potential greatly. And picks up another kill. And then Rammus trying to lead Lee Sin into the turret. That's not going to happen. Here comes Vi, who did have her ultimate available. Yes, had the ultimate available, didn't use it. Probably afraid of being dragged into the turret by Taunt.
Yeah, I don't think they want to dive with Lee Sin being so low.
I was thinking it was about to happen just outside of turret range. Here it goes.
Oh, seemed like a waste, unfortunately. Got a flash out of Rammus though.
Alright, so burning that flash and safeguarding to that ward. He wants to land the Q. Very dangerous though now that Riven's back in lane, so Riven's going to get some CS as Lee Sin probably, well, I say recalls, but he goes and takes the race. Graves trying to catch back up, is up to 25 CS. Rise gets dropped really low. And the ultimate just barely takes off enough damage as he walks out of as he walks out of the field. That is enough damage to kill him. That is a very nice job by Rumble.
Taking advantage of that slow walk by Rise there. Oh.
On a nice kick, almost kicked Riven into turret range. That turret shot would have been enough. Turret is, had that turret kick dropped a single turret shot, Riven is dead. But instead, Riven escapes with 40 health.
That was some spiffy play there by Lee Sin. Unfortunately, if he's not careful, he's going to get ganked here by Rammus.
Full health Rammus is fairly dangerous, and... No, walks. It's like, no, if you're going to attack me, you have to come into the turret to do it.
Oh wow, Riven actually stayed in lane with such low health.
And here comes Vi, and it's going to be Vi versus Rammus. And there's the taunt.
That's a bad matchup for Vi.
So much armor on Rammus. Keeps Vi from doing too much. But now here comes Rumble, double slows, and here comes Riven, who is very low. Rumble does not have his ultimate available. And is trying desperately, and does get
Rumble
the kill from...
Oh, he might get two!
And might pick up the second one. He is overheated though, no abilities for a few seconds. But Taunt is actually going to keep him in range. And Rumble picks up the double kill.
Big double kill.
Very nicely done, Pox. Lux trying to land some snares and give Graves a chance to have something built in, but instead we have ults from both Varus and Sona.
Oh!
But now coming in is not going to be enough. Being one level down means you're missing just a little bit of damage, and that's the reason Varus is still alive. The Lux Lacer has been fired, so there's not going to be follow-up, but Lux is down very low and has to be aware that someone can come and jump her. And Blue Team just lost a turret. That was, I'm assuming, in mid lane.
Yes, mid lane, and Flux and Lee Sin just kicked Rammus back away from him to prevent him from being able to...
And Lee Sin is just jumping all over the place.
Very ballsy.
Landing his double Qs and then getting out of the way as taunt is popped. So no taunt from Rammus there. The slow down onto Riven means Riven's been dropped low. Double ignites have been popped. And that ward jump picks up the kill. He tries to land a Q onto a minion to jump to the minion, but the Q is just out of range. And now he's trying to run to get into the range of something to safeguard. And now he's turning around to go back in the fight because Vi is there. And then decides against it and decides to lifesteal up on the minions instead.
Oh, here comes bottom lane.
Alright, Varus is coming in. Oh, safeguard to a minion.
no.
And picks up the kill on Varus before dying. And
Can he get out?
has safeguard, and Vi comes in and ults and
Oh my
saves Lee
goodness.
Sin's life. What an escape.
Well, I've decided I'm playing Lee Sin after this game.
Oh yeah, that's what you think. I picked up Lee Sin for the exact same reason. Turns out that's a lot harder than it looks.
It looks so fun, though.
Oh yes, it is tons of fun when it works right. But that whole ward hop thing where you drop the ward and immediately hop to it is so difficult to actually time. But that is some ridiculous escape. Lee Sin in lane is very dangerous. You just hardly ever see him because he's so much better in the jungle.
Yeah. He's definitely better than jungle, but man, is
But
he...
now you're going to see Lee Sin with a blue buff. Well, because that's what the world needs.
So as far back in CS as Graves was, he's actually closed it to only 24.
Now we see, taking a look at items right now, the difference in items is Varus has a Berserker Breeze for movement speed and attack speed, and a longsword. So it's like an extra attack once every 5 seconds and 10 AD.
Oh my! What a play
damage.
by Lee Sin. Jeez.
And we have a missed snare by Lux, as Sona applies a little bit of damage, and Varus applies both with his Q. So lots of damage going on, and nice job by Varus making sure to pop his the marks, his W. Now you have Rammus and Lee Sin fighting over the red buff. Lee Sin is desperately trying to take it back since it was lost, but I don't think that's going to happen.
Purple team's turret has been destroyed.
Oh, and bottom pushes
Oh,
the
and
turret.
Nessius waits just long enough to make Lee Sin come in and then taunts him on the tower for 2 free hits. Blue team has taken the bot lane tower. And this is what the purple team is pinging Dragon. Vi's gonna be there. And there's a stun. Oh, and a nice crescendo locks up the entire team. But Vi
And
pops out of
here
it,
comes
but
Nessius.
here comes Nessius, and that's gonna rack up there. That's gonna be a double kill for Barrett. Double kill, triple kill for various 3 kills, and I would assume Dragon, but it looks like they may decide to push the bot lane instead.
That's terrible. They should have taken Dragon there.
If it was the first turret, I would understand because it's very close. And Rumble just proceeds to wail on Rise up in the top lane, pick up the kill, and then flash
My
out of the
goodness.
turret. But I'm a big proponent of if you have the choice between the outer turret of a lane and Dragon, you take the outer turret because it's roughly the same gold, but
It's right there. Yeah.
The objective is permanent, whereas Dragon comes back up.
Right, but they'd already taken the turret. I'm not
But
sure why.
where that turret was already gone, Dragon definitely is the better call. And Rumble pops, goes into overheat just to get a slightly higher movement speed to escape Rumble.
I mean, Rammus.
Yes. Rumble
Yes.
escapes Rammus. Not Rumble escaping Rumble. And Lee Sin desperately trying to pick up a kill here. Does pick up the 1 kill. Dodges the ultimate wind slash from Riven. And flash into a wall, but does pick up the kill with Ignite. So that is a double kill. That is a 2-for-1 trade. It would have been very nice if you could have managed to do that without dying. He tried to flash over the wall to keep the last hit from Riven hitting, but ends up running face first into the wall, but still picks up the 2nd kill.
Unfortunately, even with 2 kills, that really wasn't worth it because of the shutdown goal on him.
That's true. The shutdown gold would make a difference there. And Vi almost found Rammus hiding in the bush. See, Graves is passing along, trying to farm up, taking the wolves farm. is not that far behind as far as items are concerned, although the item differential is starting to build now that Varus picked up that triple kill. Does have heal and a vampiric scepter on him. Lee Sin, though, has already completed Ravenous Hydra, so every time he auto-attacks, he gets to essentially deal AoE damage. And with his passive, where every time he casts an ability, the next two auto-attacks are plus 50% attack speed, he can deal a lot of damage. And here comes Lee Sin. This Lee Sin is not going to steal the dragon.
Blue team has slain the dragon.
So, no fancy Lee Sin steal this time. But now
it's spotted by the ward. Ooh.
Oh, nice kick. The kick does not cause Lee Sin to be slowed by Rammus's Powerball. And we have a ward hop just to get over the wall as Lee Sin gets away to safety. Rumble has picked up yet another kill. Rumble is 5-0-0. Has already picked up Leander's Torment, so every time he lands something, particularly those harpoons, that's a lot of damage that's going to be dealt.
A lot of damage from Rumble coming out of there.
And a nice wave clear by Vi is that, oh, I can't even remember what it's called, but that smash took out an entire wave of
Turret has
minions.
been destroyed.
Excessive force.
Yes.
Yeah.
E.
Yeah.
Vi is a champion. I have not learned the names of all the abilities, except for Assault and Battery, because that's awesome.
Yeah, it's a cool name.
That's a cool ability. Anything that says,
Oh,
I can ignore
yeah.
all the CC and lock someone up for 2.5 seconds is great.
Yeah, I mean, that's why Malphite's so fun as well.
And you really annoy a team. You use Assault and Battery followed up by Unstoppable Force. And I still want to see someone set up the combo where Vi Assault and Batteries onto an enemy Malphite who's using Unstoppable Force on a target. So that Vi just gets pulled halfway. Just watch Vi get pulled halfway across the map. And Lux fires the laser in the absolute wrong direction. That is your base you just blew up. All your bases are not belong to you. And we have shut down Gold onto Riven from killing Rumble as a 5-man push and a crescendo Lux of Lee Sin. 5-man push is going onto this mid lane turret. Graves is the last man standing. And Graves is going to sit back and wait as it all comes to him. And he flashed into his own turret. The taunt's going to hold him into place. And the blue team is going to, well, technically it's not an ace because Lux and Vi have already respawned. But that's an ace.
Yeah, that was an ace. Though he actually got...
Purple team's turret has been destroyed.
he actually got... God, what is his name? Rise, good lord. Before he died, so I guess it wasn't all in vain.
Vayne was banned. But... okay, that was horrible. I see Vision coming out. Very little Vision out for the purple team right now. All the Vision right now seems to be on the blue side, except for one lone ward in the top lane.
Yeah, not much in the way of pink wards coming from either team, which is actually surprising.
This time there's no champions who can turn invisible, so there's less of a worry about them. Still seeing Lux, no gold per 10 items. Has instead opted for the Chalice of Harmony again. I recognize that Lux is incredibly mana hungry and desperately wants mana, but gold per 10 is so important on support because you're not going to get anything else. Particularly if you're ADC DC and you're not going to be getting any assists. Maybe you can forego gold per 10 if you pick up a ton of assists early. But... and speaking of the devil, there's the first pink ward. And Rumble is just chasing Vi repeatedly. Vi has decided to turn around because she's got turret assistance. But that's not going to be enough to kill Rammus. Rammus is super tanky. And now we have Lee Sin's kind of caught out. Lee Sin does pick up the kill on Varus before dying, though. Rumble's now in the fight.
Sona.
And Rumble does not have his ultimate available, so he does pick up the kill on Rise, though. So that's a 2-for-2 trade. And sets Riven up for bonus gold the next time you kill her, because she's on the killing spree.
Yeah.
But Riven has picked up Bloodthirster and Last Whisper to puncture non-existent armor.
Oh well, he's still a little,
I mean, it still punctures the natural armor that champions have. So it's not a waste, but...
yeah, I definitely wouldn't have went with that. I would have went with a Bloodthirster.
Yeah, Bloodthirster, or it looks like Warmog's armor is coming, based on Ruby Crystal and double Reju beads. So that's got to be becoming a Warmog's armor. But yeah, I would definitely go Bloodthirster first, because you want the AD bonus, because that makes your shield that much stronger, and the lifesteal is pretty nice too.
I will say that I hate that Riven has home guards already.
I think that's just because you kept dying so often.
That is true.
I think that's the entire reason that's there. Is I die so often, I've got to get back in the lane for the CS.
So once again, bot lane is the disparity between the two teams. You have mid and top just completely, just completely handling their opponents. The bot lane is just not holding it up.
Well, being DC'd for the first 4 levels certainly doesn't help.
That definitely hurt. That definitely hurt.
And Lux just about walked into a trap. We see Sona's got oracles now, so any wards that do get placed aren't going to be overly effective. Lee Sin is having to run from Riven now. Where Lee Sin did have such a huge advantage, now Lee Sin's having to run away from Riven, although I guess Rammus was nearby. And Vi is trying to chase down Riven and is going to get taken down. That's 3 for 0 there. Blue team has really turned it around, where top and mid lanes were getting hit up pretty hard early. It's really just kind of snowballed out of control here now. And blue team's now got almost a 4,000 gold lead. And they're going to get aced. There's no way, I don't think there's any way Rumble escapes this. Although he might survive long enough to get his ultimate.
Destroyed.
Nope.
It's gonna be close. There's the ultimate, and there it gets popped. But he dies so quickly that no one's gonna be stuck on it. So it's back on cooldown.
So that was an ace. That's
that's another delayed ace. That doesn't officially count as an ace.
And in the meantime, they pushed the outside middle turret, or inside middle turret. The second middle turret. However the hell you want to call it.
Right, the interior middle turret. Vi ults onto Riven, and Riven's just gonna hop away.
Unfortunately, Vi just does not do damage.
You have to build for it, and if you build for it, you're not tanky.
Yeah.
You get one or the other. You cannot have both. And a nice stun by Lux. Almost got everyone.
Unfortunately, here comes the other.
But then everyone turned back in. Here comes the rest of the team, though. Graves trying to put down some damage, just doesn't have the items.
Oh, double kill for Lee Sin.
Lee Sin picks up a double kill, though. And Graves picks up a kill onto Varus. I have Rise and Rammus trying to finish it off, but it's 4v2. And a very nice stun by Lux. And that is a true ace. As there's another 15 seconds before anyone responds. I would really like to see them go for the dragon, because Graves needs money badly. But
2 turrets would be good
they're
too.
going to take turret if they're going to take bot turret and try to take mid turret.
Yeah,
And
they got
oh,
mid
Rumble!
turret,
I was
too.
like, what did Rumble pop his ult on? It was just to take care of the minion wave.
Blue team's turret.
Yeah,
has
I mean that's the
been
good thing
destroyed.
about Rumble's ult is
It is
once he very short cooldown.
Yeah.
Only 72. Let's see, it's currently 72 and 0.75, and that's
That's
with,
pretty quick. And they pick up the dragon too, so 2 turrets and a dragon off of
Nice.
that ace.
very
And
well done.
purple team's back in the gold lead by 1,000 points.
Unfortunately,
And here goes that gold lead.
have a turnaround. Yeah, bad.
Nice flash over the dragon pit wall, though, means Rumble might escape.
So what was a 1,500 gold lead has turned into an even.
Yeah, it's essentially 100. It was 100 gold. Now it's literally, now it's 100 gold on the other side. So yeah, it's essentially no difference whatsoever at this point. So anyone who's been watching, welcome to the start of the game. We're essentially at ground zero.
No
Varus
turret
and
was.
Riven trying to push up the mid lane. One thing the blue team lacks, I guess Ryze does provide a fair bit of wave clear, but there is very little multi-minion killing wave clear on the blue team. Riven
Yeah,
has,
pretty much
Riven has
besides
to be
Riven.
situated on. Here comes the Powerball into Lux. Lux is just crushed.
Not
And
entirely sure what they were
Oh,
doing.
that is a very nice ultimate. It's going to put down quite a bit of damage, but there's no way for Rumble to escape as the entire team collapses around him. Now Lee Sin and Graves are going to get caught out. Ignite is burning onto Lee Sin. Lee Sin's got 100 health. And
Oh
Home
my
Guard's away.
goodness.
Flash from Rammus.
Oh, the ult on. Oh, why did he not run?
No, there was a taunt that kept him in place.
Oh man. Damn it did it again. I'm freaking lagging again.
Vi
What the
is
hell?
trying to pick up a kill. Does get the kill onto Ryze, but is going to be killed. Oh, no. Flash. Oh, okay. I was going to say Flash is away, but now Riven is stuck inside the base with nowhere to run. And is going to start taking turret shots, but does back away. Now there's minions to support. And Riven is not taking. Oh, I was going to say Riven's not taking much magic damage from Lux, but I forgot this is support Lux. There is no magic damage.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Rumble drops his ultimate to slow Riven down, but it is not quite enough to allow Lux to land her runes. I don't know. I have never been a big fan of the Lux support.
Me neither. It seems like a waste to me. It's like, why go her when you could go...
I mean, the argument always is, if it works for Zyra, it should work for Lux, because they both do very similar things.
That's true.
I don't agree. I understand the reasoning, but I believe Zyra has a much easier time on a support salary than Lux does.
She definitely does, because she has high base damage with her plants and her auto attack. And that
And
definitely
her
makes a
W
difference.
doesn't cost mana. She has an ability that doesn't
Right.
cost mana, and those abilities that
Right.
do cost mana are not very mana intensive. So
Yeah,
she can
she's-
forego Chalice and go Cage's Lucky Pick or Philistone and not be mana hungry past level 6.
Yeah, definitely. Coming from someone that plays a lot of Zyra support, I entirely agree. I would much rather use Zyra than I would Lux. Especially because Zyra gives you the ability... Oh, they're gonna get caught.
Oh, the nice crescendo locks up both Lee Sin and Rumble. All the damage. Nice ultimate by Rumble, though, is going to separate the team, but Riven has gotten strong enough now. She just rips through the team. Black Cleaver, Ravenous Hydra. She is a one-man or woman killing machine. And that is a true ace for the blue team. 40 seconds before anyone respawns. This could be the game.
Very well. Yes, it very well could be the game. unfortunately, that was Rammus going up against Riven when Rammus is specifically built to deal with Rise instead. So Rammus has absolute, or not, I'm sorry, not Rammus, but Rumble has no armor at all, and that was just, you know,
Actually, Rumble
that was
has
Riven.
no defensive stats at all. Everything is, he's Glass Cannon. He's got some health from Riley's Crystal Scepter and Leandry's, but that's a Glass Scepter Rumble build.
Yeah.
Glass Cannon.
Well, I mean, it makes sense at first because of how dominant he was against Rise, but yeah, he definitely should have built some type of tankiness. Maybe instead of going directly for Leandry's, he maybe should have went for the crystal that gives you health and mana per level.
Oh, Rod of Ages.
Yeah, Rod of
turns
Ages.
Catalyst of the Catalyst Protector
Yeah.
turns into Rod of Ages. Yeah.
So it looks like Purple's gonna
Baron. This
yeah,
is
they're gonna
dangerous.
try and rush this Baron.
This is not going to end well.
If they could rush it down, it would be
Rumble
huge.
drops down his ultimate early. That prevents anyone from necessarily joining the fight quickly. And Purple Team actually
hold
does
on.
get the dragon this time. It does
Hold
not
on,
get
that's
stolen.
right.
And they are
Rammus
able to
just
kill
gets
off Rammus pretty
annihilated.
quickly. The rest of the blue team did not come join in that attempted defense/steal of Baron. The rest of the blue team just kind of hid. And now they're running back to
Interesting.
base. I would have sworn that after that ace, and you have 30 seconds, you could have taken at least one Nexus turret.
Been destroyed.
Instead, Purple Team's turning this around and is making a push into the base.
Well, they do have.
And they've got the Baron
Unfortunately,
buff
both
and they're
their-
up a man, but they're missing
Unfortunately,
Rammus.
both of their. Yeah, I mean, and unfortunately, both of their side lanes are pushed to the turrets. So they either need to get something out of this, or well, they just ping top. So they're gonna back up.
Looks like Lee Sin's recalling, and the rest of the Purple's backing off. Lee
why did
Sin
he say
decides he
could've
wants
got
to
out?
kill.
Oh no!
I think Lee Sin realized he wasn't going to escape, so tried to take a kill out of it, and Sona does a marvelous job escaping of that burst of damage. So there goes one Baron buff.
that was a bad play. If he would have stayed recalling, he would have made it.
I think he would have made it too. It would have been incredibly close, and it was warded.
Dragon.
So Sona, I don't know if that ward was there before or not. Sona might have been able to pop Q and interrupt the recall. And Rumble gets caught out. Strong the ult, but it doesn't matter because there's 4 people there. 3 people.
Going back and looking, that was actually not warded.
That was not warded. Okay, so yeah, I guess
No.
Lee Sin could have gotten away there.
He definitely could have gotten away. Instead of he reacted when he shouldn't have.
So this is going to be another turret down, and probably no, they're backing off. I was going to say they could probably get the inhibitor too, but Lee Sin has respawned. Just kind of taking a look at items across the blue team. What I'm noticing, Lux has just finished Aegis of the Legion.
Interesting.
Nice. Well, someone needs it, and the support typically does end up being the one who buys it. But Lux, who doesn't have gold generation, is not who I'd want to see take it.
Yeah, that definitely should have went on Vi instead.
Yeah, I think Vi definitely should have been the one who picked that up this game. I have no problems picking it up like on a Zyra support, but that's because I'm getting gold. I have gold generation
Right.
and I get assist.
Yeah.
This game Lux has neither.
I don't know. I've actually shied away from going after the Legion locket, just because it doesn't seem to be as useful, since it's so focused on dealing with magic instead. I usually end up going with the Shurelia's Reverie and the thing that gives you the 2 ghosts that search
Twin
people
Shadows.
out. Twin Shadows. Yes, I end up usually going with those just because I almost always build Helostone and Cage's Lucky Pick, and those are pretty much the 2 best items that come from that.
I actually prefer Shard of True Ice over Twin Shadows, if only because the gold generation continues.
Yeah, that's true.
It depends on who my lane partner is to. If my lane partner is very mana intensive, or just likes to spam mana, spam their skills, like a Caitlyn or a Misfortune, then I definitely want Twin Shadows because it also gives semi-global gold mana generation. But in the meantime, blue team is making a push up the mid lane. Nice job escaping most of the damage so far. Vi is the one who gets cut out, doing the job of the tank very well, and being the one who
Unfortunately,
absorbs
the
the
rest
damage.
of the team doesn't follow up.
Exactly. You've got the tank absorbing damage is only good if the rest of the team's dealing damage. That holy trinity that you see in all the MMOs of tank, DPS, heals requires that there be some DPS behind your tank.
Need those deeps.
Right now the
Unfortunately.
deeps aren't there, and 2 inhibitors down. Minions are going to start pushing. This is a pretty tough situation for the team.
Yeah, they're in trouble. Part of the problem with that team fight that just happened there was Rumble, I would say preemptively, oh, they came from behind. Oh my.
Oh no. Lee Sin's trying to get away and gets focused on. Lux is the last one stand. Oh no. Graves is respawned, but Lux is just trying to run away.
And she's dead.
And she...
So we have Rumble top. Unfortunately, Rumble used his ult running away when they were in the in the purple side red buff area when they were chasing them to mid. And for some reason, he popped his ultimate to slow them down, which seemed to not matter at all. So that was unfortunate. And I think that might have been the reason why they didn't try and turn that. Oh,
Nice
Riven
job by
just
Vi
takes it
picking
down.
up the shutdown gold off of Riven and trying to get some damage onto Rammus there, but he's going to escape as Pump Team now has to focus on clearing up the base for the next 3 minutes.
As they should. I mean, they have 2 inhibitors down.
Yeah. The rule of thumb right now is if you don't already own home guards, you buy home guards. You kill minions, you recall, and you do it again. And you do that until your inhibitors respawn. You have to voluntarily at this point sacrifice Dragon, Baron, and buffs until you have inhibitors back. If you do go out of your base, which it looks like Vi and Lee Sin are trying to do, you have to make sure someone with good wave clear stays behind. And at this point, that's probably Graves or Rumble. Lee Sin does catch Varus out of position, though, and kicks him away. Doesn't pick up the kill.
One more Q.
The flash misses, and here comes Rammus behind, and he's dead.
Man, oh man.
And now you have Graves and Vi who are going to try again, and shut
nicely
down
done.
for Graves. But now here comes
Unfortunately,
Rise
now
to
Graves
clean
is
up the fight, and now Graves is dead, and Vi does manage to get back to the chart. So trade after trade after trade, but it's even though it's blue team reacting to the trades, blue team's got the lead right now, so they're okay to relax.
Purple team's turret has been destroyed.
Interestingly enough, even with an 11 kill and 2 turret lead, they're still only up by 2,000 gold.
Yeah, at this point, gold isn't quite as important as it was. And now we have Crescendo comes in and locks up Rumble, and
Man,
now
oh man.
okay, so Lux, last woman standing, and the blue team's recalling. Okay, again, you kill people, go do something,
Something, yeah.
anything.
You have.
Now, granted, Rammus and Varus are both dead. Rammus is your tank, and Varus is your big source of damage on turrets. So it's hard to take damage. And the one person who can deal damage to turrets is Riven, and Riven is pushing. So it's not horrible, but now Riven is alone and is getting caught out by Lee Sin. Lee Sin is trying to get in front so that he can kick Riven. And just pick up the kill.
Shut her down.
And Nessie says that was my intentional plan. Oh no, he's responding to someone else in chat. Is engaging fights on the team being anywhere close? This it says, and that's my intentional plan. I'm being annoying. Okay, then. So obviously that means the game ends in the next 3 minutes.
Blue team has slain the dragon.
So I'm guessing we're going to get one more good fight here in mid lane, maybe.
Purple team's inhibitor.
See if we can get, see. Alright, here comes the engage. So this will be the fight that ends it. Rammus has taunted up Vi. Vi's been locked up. Lux and Rumble aren't with the rest of the team, so it's a 5-man push up the bot lane. Rammus peels off and is taking out Lux. And here comes Ryze and Sun to help clean up. Rumble is trying to escape. Not able to outrun Rammus. Not able to get to the turret before taunt lands. So that's going to log it up. Lee Sin has jumped back in, has a Guardian's Angel, and gets taunted by Nessus. I don't know what he's trying to run towards. Maybe trying to get on to Sona. Now Riven's back in the fight now, and Riven is just cleaning up. Lee Sin's down to 100 health.
Well, that's unfortunately what Rivens are able to do at that point.
And Guardian Angel's gonna pop, so Lee Sin gets stunned.
He stood there for 2 seconds.
It's like Lee Sin is like, oh, he's gonna respawn, and no, that's not gonna happen.
Purple team's inhibitor has been destroyed.
And that's
And I
gonna finish
believe
up.
that's
They're
game.
gonna push the 2 turrets and finish off the Nexus. So that's gonna finish off that game. We'll go take a look at the stat screen here in just a second. Takeaways from the game. Things that maybe could have been done differently.
Definitely some teamwork issues by Purple. I mean, they had the clear lead there in the beginning, and then it just all fell apart. Once it, got to the point where they could team together, and it just all went to hell.
Yeah, I mean, Lee Sin racked up kills in mid lane. Rumble racked up kills in top lane. Down in the bot lane, though, Graves DC'd for the first 4 levels, and Lux is 0-8-4 with no gold generation. And buying very expensive items. And you take a look at the gold totals, just looking at the supports. This isn't a very fair comparison considering Sona has 39 assists.
39 assists.
That's ridiculous. She is involved of 40 of 45 kills of blue team. 40 of the 45 kills, Sona is somehow involved.
That's pretty incredible stuff.
Holy cow. Damn. That's about all that can be said there. I mean, Sona has more gold than Vi and Lux. Almost has as much gold as Graves. So, yeah. I would like to see Lux build some sort of gold generation item, particularly once Graves DCs. Probably Cage's lucky pick, since it seems like Lux still wants to be an AP mage in the support lane. I'd also recommend someone besides Lux as a support. But if Lux support is what you want, by all means, it's not horrible. There are far, far worse supports than Lux. Like Gale.
Nidalee.
Nidalee and Lux kind of share the same tier.
Yeah, they do.
Other things that can be done, let's see, Rumble doesn't have much tank. Thanks, I see some people saying they have to log off. Thanks to everyone for watching, for you guys who are having to leave. Great games tonight, guys. I'll make sure to get them all posted up online probably tomorrow. I doubt it'll get done tonight. So thanks, guys, who are having to leave, for watching.
Yeah, absolutely.
Other things, there's 0 tank on Rumble. Most Rumbles I see actually build tanky. So I don't know if that's just a build that I've not seen before, or what. I have not seen Glass Cannon Rumble before. So that's something
Yeah.
new. Lee Sin, I mean, racked up some tough decisions there, trying to pick up kills that resulted in his death towards the latter part of the game. Over on the blue side, Ryze top lane. Yeah, that's fairly standard. It looks like fairly standard itemization, other than the lack of a Bloodthirster on Riven. Obviously, towards the end of the game, didn't need it because you're going Infinity Edge on Riven. That's interesting.
Yeah,
You don't have
think-
anything that gives you crit chance.
Yeah,
But-
I mean, and going Ravenous Hydra just seems wasteful. That should be the Bloodthirster instead.
I actually like Ravenous Hydra on Riven, and one of the guy that I followed for the longest time when I played Riven said if you're ahead, you build Bloodthirster. If you're behind, you build Ravenous Hydra because it has passive health regeneration without you having to attack something. And it
That's
also
inter- that- that's
it
true.
also helps you farm minions better because you have AoE damage.
That makes
and
sense.
and it helps you catch up. So I can see that. I still like the Bloodthirster over Infinity Edge, but and what's really surprising is that Riven had gotten so far behind in the early game where Lee Sin just dominated, and then comes back and Riven has the highest gold total in the entire game. Oh no, wait, second to Lee Sin, highest gold
Yeah.
total on our team. So shout out to Killer. Awesome job not getting too frustrated from the early game and turning it around.
I will say I think I know the reason why Rumble went Glass Cannon AP.
Okay,
Because that was the only AP source that they had on the team.
that is true. That there is no other AP on the team, so
Yeah.
you're building Rumble like an AP mage, then like you would build a mid laner.
Yeah, I think the Lee Sin mid ended up not being an optimal pick, even though he was spectacular on it until the end when he just tried to make plays that just weren't there.
Yeah,
Mid, I think Lee Sin mid kind of puts your team in a bind.
I think maybe if you do like Lee Sin mid, but then Vladimir top or Ryze top or something like that. You take one of the
Or
tanky AP
yeah, or-
mages.
Or you make it to where it like since you have Rumble Top, who normally goes the AP / tanky setup, you can have another AP source in the jungle instead of going full tank in the jungle with Vi. I think that would have worked as well.
A recommendation in chat: also go Lissandra top with Lee Sin mid. Lissandra, I've actually not
Yeah.
seen Lissandra played all that much since just a little bit after release. Never seemed to really catch on.
She's big in the Europe scene apparently. They really grabbed a hold of her, like her and what's the shit? What the hell's his name? The dude that they just came out with the big sword.
Aatrox?
Dives Aatrox, yes. They grabbed Aatrox and Lissandra and just really ran with them, whereas no one else really seemed to.
Of course, the argument could then be made, look at what the Europeans are doing in Worlds, and it hasn't been all that great. But yeah, agreed. You wouldn't want to go Aatrox top in this game, because you got to have some AP source, and that's not going to be Lux, because Lux is support.
Yeah,
Yeah, gotta have some sort of AP on the team.
that was definitely the.
Otherwise,
that
Rammus becomes God because he says, "Oh, I have 600 armor and can taunt you."
Yeah, that was definitely an issue. And pretty much the only one that could do anything to him was Pox on Rumble, but at the same time,
Lee Sin actually did quite a bit of damage to him too.
well, I mean,
He built
that's
the Last
just- that's-
Whisper to poke through it, and he gets some like percent health damage.
Yeah, that percent health damage hurts a lot.
But I think it went pretty well. It was a very strong early game, and once team fights started happening, again, I mean, you've got ultimates that sync up really well in the top lane, or in the blue side, and you don't have ultimates that sync up really well in the purple side. I mean, Lee Sin wants to kick a lone person back into his team where their team just jumps on it, which Vi can do, and Graves kind of can do, but Rumble wants to attack a group of people who are already locked up due to crowd control. And that crowd control doesn't exist on the purple side. Lux, Laser, you don't have any AP, you don't have any magic penetration. It's not going to be overly effective.
Yeah, I mean, once again, I mean, that's just... It seems kind of wasteful to play Lux support, because the beautiful thing about Lux is being able to get that 40% cooldown reduction and having, you know...
Having your laser every 20 seconds.
And just having that 350 AP laser doing, you know, 500 points of damage as it, you know, cuts a swath through half the team. I mean, that's Lux. Playing her as support, it just seems so wasteful to what her kit is built around.
Yeah, the reason Zyra support works where Lux support is not as strong is because Zyra support is designed fully around the disengage. You root people, you knock people up, and then you have some plants that do some damage on the side. But
yeah, and in early game is where Zyra support really shines because of her ability to throw her plants in behind minions and in behind the enemy minions and just kind of zone them out a little bit, just because of their ability to, you know, do a little bit of damage every time that happens.
Right, and Drydane's got the right of it. The plants also act as free wards. Miniature wards,
right?
Because they don't give you much vision, but if you put them somewhere where someone will step on them, you get vision of whoever steps on them too. So, the plants acting as wards are kind of like Nidalee's traps act as wards. If that's the whole reason you pick Zyra, that's not the reason to pick Zyra. Fortunately, Zyra has some other things going for her in a support role. Nidalee has a heal. And the spear is good if you can manage to land it. If you're godly accurate with your spears and can do the whole I throw my spear and run away to increase the damage, okay, fine. People are going to argue Nidalee support forever, but I
mean, my main issue with Nidalee's support is people want to assume that that her traps are good enough for wards, and that's just not the case at all.
You can't do just traps. You have to buy actual wards.
And that just seems to be what they always want to do if they want to play Nidalee support.
Yeah. Well, that's going to have to be it for tonight. I've got to get to work in the morning, so...
thanks for doing it, man.
Yeah, thanks to everyone for watching. 2 really great games. We'll hopefully get them posted up online fairly soon. Again, if you've enjoyed what you've seen tonight, or want to see more, come click on the NTGL link that's at the bottom of the stream. It'll take you to our forums where you can sign up, meet everyone who was playing tonight, and a whole bunch of other people. NTGL stands for Newbie Tuesday Gaming League. The reason it's called that is every Tuesday night we have Newbie Tuesday night where we teach newer players how to play League and get better at whatever champions they've chosen I want to get better at. It's a great time. That starts 7 p.m. Central on Tuesdays. We also have this going on Saturday nights, also 7 p.m. Central. So lots of good events going around, lots of good people to come meet. So click on that link at the bottom, come join us. You want to ask questions, want to learn more about shoutcasting, and join us on the shoutcasting front. Be glad to have more people doing that as well. So go click that link, come join us, have lots of fun, earn IP. Everyone else who's out there, thanks for watching. Moors, thank you for casting with us. It was a lot of fun, and thanks for putting this together tonight.
Yeah, man, thanks for having me. It was fun.
Not a problem. Nessus says, oh, we should attempt to do a cast. It'll totally work. Okay, Nessus, next Tuesday, if you're available, we'll do it. We'll do a cast one of the Newbie Tuesday games.
Yeah.
The more the merrier. So, thanks everyone again for watching. That's going to finish up Super Saturday for the NTGO group. I'm Korth. I've been joined by Mors Draconis. Everyone have a good night, and we'll see you next time.
Later, guys.